All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about news coming out about Tyson Fury vacating the WBC belt by the end of this week and the WBC begging Deontay Wilder to come back. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We're going to be in the heavyweight division for this video, specifically talking about Tyson Fury and the WBC belt and news that he will be vacating his belt by the end of this week and what that means for Deontay Wilder, Otto, Wallin, the rest of the guys at the top of the WBC. Before I get into that though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for continuing to watch the videos, attend the live streams. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of when we release more videos. We do videos pretty much every day, live streams every day. I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can be notified. All right, so word is on the street that, well, first the WBC let it be known yesterday or the day before yesterday that Tyson Fury has until the end of the week to make his decision up, to make his mind up about whether or not he's going to retire or not. And sources are coming out of the UK. Eddie Hearn is one of them that is saying Tyson Fury will vacate his WBC belt and stay retired for the foreseeable future. Now, at the same time, there is a obvious push from people to know what is going to happen next with that WBC belt if Tyson Fury retires. And it looks like there is a chance that they're going to try, because Deontay Wilder, I do believe, is the #1 rated guy in the WBC, that the WBC would order a fight between him and another highly ranked opponent for that vacant belt. And let me tell you, man, my opinion on both of those. First, if Tyson Fury retires, if he retires and he does not fight again, and vacates his belt, let me say this just as a boxing fan, congratulations on a great career, Tyson Fury. I've been a fan of his, during periods, during the whole thing with Deontay Wilder, with all the back and forth. He did some things in his career that were less than glorious, without, like, testing positive for performance enhancing drugs, very, very rough tactics and accusations being thrown at him with Deontay Wilder, him trying to get out of the rematch, the third fight with Deontay Wilder, a lot of things that I didn't like. But, in the case of most people in their life, man, not everything is perfect. The dude is obviously a terrific fighter by all looks, how he behaves and he treats people. Seems like a nice guy, family man with a bunch of kids. Definitely overcame, some things in his personal life, whether that's, mental illness or dependency upon substances, whatever the case is. The man, came in, he got into the ring. He proved that he's the best heavyweight in the world right now and one of the best heavyweights of this century. And the man definitely deserves credit for that. If he decides that he wants to retire and, take the massive amounts of money he's earned over the last couple years and not get hit in the head by gigantic dudes, hey, man, congratulations. You did everything that you said, probably everything you set out to do in your career, and you should be absolutely positively committed for it. I'm sure he'll go off and do like different, odd man matchups, wrestling matchups or whatever to make more money, but it is what it is. I don't have any problem with the fact that he would make that decision. I will say, though, that as far as, the conversations about being an all-time great and things like that, that Tyson Fury, I believe, would need to stay, defend that title some more times, fight Alexander Usyk, fight Anthony Joshua, beat them, and, become the undisputed champion and defend that, for a title reign of at least 10 fights before you really start talking about, is he the greatest heavyweight that there's been? I've talked to people, in the comments, in the live streams that we do. And, I'll readily admit that if you look at Tyson Fury and you look at how big he is, you look at the style of fighter that he is, and you compare him to other fighters in the past, from a matchmaker standpoint, I can understand why people would pick him to win, right? But at the same time, if you look at a guy like Nikolai Valuev, who's almost 7 feet tall, an absolutely gigantic man, it's hard to see if he hadn't lost how somebody would beat him. But it happened. But most importantly, it is that because these guys can't actually fight each other, the only thing that you can do is look at their accomplishments. And key things like, how many title defenses have you won? How many #1 contenders? How many times have you defended your belt and fought against the top level fighters? Did you beat the top level fighters? Who all of the top level fighters that were around when you were around. Now, not all boxing champions do that, but the ones that really go and are considered to be the greatest fighters, they have done that. Ali did that. Sugar Ray Robinson did that. I won't say Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson didn't do that. Jack Johnson didn't fight a lot of black fighters. Joe Louis did that. To be put in that type of category, I think that you need to have a long reign and you need to pretty much wipe the board clean of everybody. But in retirement, man, hey, man, great career. It was fun, definitely fun and entertaining watching him fight. I would hope that, he would come back out, because he doesn't seem like other than the Deontay Wilder fight, which is a lot of punishment, didn't seem like he took ridiculous amounts of punishment, but it is what it is. Now, as far as Deontay Wilder coming back, they're going to immediately give Deontay Wilder a shot at that WBC belt. Guarantee you it, because Deontay Wilder is a guy that can actually draw numbers and is somebody is a fighter that people would be interested in seeing. Having lost to Tyson Fury fighting his heart out, having legitimate chances to have knocked Tyson Fury out, something that nobody don't know if anybody else really has an opportunity to do. His stock, as far as the public eye, has probably risen, and also just the entertainment value of the knockouts and his increased name recognition from, being out there so much in the Fury fights. They're going to want to give him another opportunity, to fight for that title. You have Otto Wallin, who I do believe is ranked high in the WBC. And they got to forgive me, I didn't check the rankings for the WBC before I did this video, but I'm sure that Dillian White is no longer up there. He is no longer up there. So with him gone, that's not even a consideration. It's going to be somebody like an Otto Wallin, somebody like that, who would be ranked by the WBC and be in a position to fight Deontay Wilder for that vacant belt, which I hope takes place. It would be I would hope that Deontay Wilder would not go out in his career with the loss with Tyson Fury. But, if he takes, I don't think it's been a year, but it's going up. It's going up on that. It's been a good amount of time since that fight took place. I can't remember the date of the fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. But, if he gets out, later in the year after having taken off, close to a year, give him a, maybe like, a really easy fight, somebody that he's going to beat, and then put him in there. Otto Wallin is shit. He might as well go for the title because he's going to knock Otto Wallin out too. But, I bet you that the WBC is going to be asking him and pushing hard for him to become a champion again, because that will allow and set up fights like the Usyk fight for undisputed, Joshua fight if Joshua beats Alexander Usyk. Ain't knowing the heavyweights will be back on and popping again. But anyway, it is what it is. If Tyson Fury retires, congratulations on a great career. It is what it is. You are the man for the entire time you were in the heavyweight division, and not too much more an individual can accomplish than just closing the book on it with pretty much everybody knowing that you're the best, even though I would have liked to see him, just cross the finish line, beat Alexander, beat Usyk, beat Joshua, and continue and defend. But, it is what it is. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.